You would never expect a home like this to hit the headlines. But occasionally, it does just that. Being involved in a fire can be a terrifying experience. However, when a fire is discovered, there are certain procedures which, if followed correctly, can greatly reduce the danger for yourself and the residents. Under the Health and Safety at Work Act, it's the responsibility of all members of staff in your care home to be aware of the risks of fire and to understand the basic fire precautions. The aim of this video is to make you aware of evacuation procedures, the importance and purpose of having a fire plan, and why fire drills are so important for both staff and residents. The fire plan, fire drills and fire inspections will help you anticipate and overcome problems before a real emergency brings them to light. The fire plan will depend on factors such as the type of building, time of day, location of residents, number of staff, danger areas, dangerous practices, allocation of bedrooms, risk and evacuation assessment, and methods of moving residents. The means of escape is the route that will be taken from any part of the building to a place of safety. A place of safety need not be outside the building, but you must have at least 2 fire doors between yourself and the fire. It's also preferable that this room has a final exit route to the exterior of the building. The route may be via internal corridors and staircases, or an external fire escape. The means of escape should be protected by fire doors. Directional signs and notices are to show you the means of escape, and should be supported by emergency lighting should the normal lighting fail. Emergency exit doors should have push or panic bars. A fire escape is of no use if it's obstructed. In a fire, these blocked exit routes could cause dangerous delays to an evacuation. The final exit doors must always be kept clear and ready to open. Objects must not be allowed to obstruct either inside or outside the exit doors. Care homes come in many shapes and sizes. Some have been purpose-built, many have been converted for such a use. Learn the layout of your care home. It's essential that you're aware of the places of safety and all the escape routes. A fire drill is a rehearsal of your written fire plan, so that in the event of fire you can act in a calm and orderly manner and carry out your specific duties safely and efficiently. With modern detection equipment, a fire will normally be detected in its early stages, and a total evacuation will seldom be necessary. A fire drill is designed to prepare staff and residents to react swiftly to any alarm. For this reason, fire drills should be varied to prevent complacency. For example, at least one exit should be blocked for each drill. A fire drill should be designed to simulate a real situation and give you the opportunity to practice the following procedures: activating the fire alarm, alerting the fire brigade and giving them the necessary information, understanding the information displayed on the main fire alarm panel, evacuating the building, conducting a roll call, preparing to meet the fire brigade. Fire drills also enable staff to become aware of problems associated with exit routes and doors before they're needed in an emergency. For example, here a poorly designed exit door impedes the progress of wheelchairs through it. Such a door would dramatically slow the evacuation of a building if a significant number of residents were in wheelchairs. If you discover a fire, the first thing you must do is sound the alarm. This involves either activating the fire alarm yourself or shouting to attract attention. You must do this before attempting to tackle the fire or commencing an evacuation. All staff should be aware of the location of the main fire panel and all fire alarm activation points within the building. Most activation points will be break glass panels like this one. To activate, simply press the centre of the glass firmly with your thumb. In the event of an alarm, always ensure that the fire brigade has been called, even if the alarm system has an automatic link to the fire brigade. If it's your responsibility to call, remember to dial 999, not the local fire station. A 999 call will always be answered. Speak slowly and clearly. Ask for the fire brigade, then state your telephone number and your full address. Inform your supervisor of your actions. Ensure that the main entrance is unlocked and that the fire brigade will have easy access to the building. Make sure there is enough space in the car park for the fire engines. If you hear the fire alarm, you should immediately go to the evacuation assembly point. This is usually by the main fire panel, which will indicate the location of the fire. A senior member of staff will then issue evacuation instructions. But remember, in the event of a real fire, the alarm panel must not be reset by a member of staff. This is a job for the fire brigade, who may need the information displayed on it. A fire drill should help you to practice your ability to make a quick assessment of a situation, so that you'll be able to identify which residents need to be moved first. To do this, you'll need to take into account several factors. Is the resident in immediate danger? What is their physical condition? Are they asleep or awake? What medication are they on? How far must they be moved to the next place of safety, both horizontally and vertically downstairs? For many residents, the safest place for them may be in their bedrooms. This is called a staying policy. Check this with your local fire brigade. If evacuation becomes necessary, ensure that it's done in a logical and safe manner. Automatic self-closing fire doors should close when the alarm activates. You must check that all fire doors are closed after you pass through them. This will dramatically slow the spread of any toxic fumes and fire. If you have to pass through a smoke-filled room or corridor, keep low down, as smoke always rises. Always use the correct method of opening doors if there is any suspicion of fire behind them. Firstly, feel both the door handle and the door for signs of heat. Remember to do this with the back of your hand, as, should burns occur, the hand will still be usable. Then, listen for fire. If signs of heat or fire are detected, do not open the door. Remember, never use a lift as a means of escape. It could break down or open onto the fire. After you have evacuated the residents to a place of safety, proceed to the evacuation assembly point and carry out a roll call. Notify the senior member of staff present of any missing staff, visitors or residents, and wait for the fire brigade to arrive. Do not return to the fire. The sighting of residents can have a dramatic effect on the speed at which a home can be evacuated. Wherever possible, the least mobile resident should be sighted in the rooms closest to the points of final exit and should be on the ground floor. This will reduce the chances of having to move them before the fire brigade arrive. Many residents would require a great deal of assistance during an evacuation, so you should practice the following lifting techniques. But remember that on occasions a resident's room may be the safest place and it may not be necessary to move them. The four-handed lift. This lift uses all four hands to give a safe and comfortable platform for the person being carried. This lift may be used when a resident is capable of giving some limited assistance with their arms to whoever is carrying out the lift. The three-handed lift. This is similar to the four-handed lift, but one hand is left free to assist the resident by giving some support from behind. The two-handed lift. With this method, only two hands are linked together, leaving two hands free to assist the person being carried. This lift is used when a resident is light in weight and unable to offer any assistance. Other methods may be used to move residents. Use may be made of sheets and mattresses, but care must be taken to ensure that whatever method is used, it can be carried out safely and quickly with no risk to either the person being carried or the person doing the carrying. For this reason, lifting and handling techniques should only be practiced under the supervision of a qualified person, and the methods used in this video are for general guidance only. Remember, always report any fire hazards you become aware of. Keep exit routes clear of obstacles. Learn the location of all the fire activation points and the means of escape from all areas of the home. Now try to answer these questions to test your understanding of fire drills, fire plans, and evacuation in your care home. What information would you give when making a 999 call? Why should you use the back of your hand when testing for heat behind a door? Are there any obstacles in your care home which could slow down an evacuation? What should you do upon hearing the fire alarm? What is the purpose of a fire drill? Where should the bedrooms of the least mobile residents be located and why? What can you do to assist the fire brigade on arrival? Why should you never use a lift as a means of escape? Where are the assembly points in your home? How many fire doors must be between a place of safety and the fire? What is the purpose of emergency lighting? Why should you not dial the fire station direct in the event of a fire? You should now understand the procedures involved with fire drills and evacuations. Put them into practice and keep aware of the danger of fire. Above all, in the event of a real fire, remember to stay calm and carry out your duties safely and efficiently. The lives of the residents will be in your hands. It's your duty to protect them.